Hold on a second.
Start again.
Start again. Joining me today is Bob Dalpe. I don't know what we're about to find out, but I'm sure it's going to be good. So let's get started. You ready for the questions?
Yep, go ahead.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
So I'm from Boston originally,
Okay.
and kind of like Dave Walza.
Yeah.
I joined the Air Force at 19 years old, did 14 and a half years active duty, got out here to Phoenix, stayed here after I got out of the military. I ended up raising 3 kids because of a challenging marriage. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Raised them as a single parent. My ex-wife, she really did. All my exes are in Texas. Before 9/11.
Okay.
I ended up, I was a weather forecaster in the Air Force, did that. It was a lot of fun. Spent 8 years in Germany, spent time in Saudi Arabia, Puerto Rico, and a lot of Europe, different places over there.
Wow.
And throughout the States, too. Stayed here after I ETS out of the military, went to school. It was a slow process because I became a single parent and working full-time and raising 3 boys was a little challenging. So I ended up I worked several jobs, ending up at Intel, was there for 16 years. Left Intel in 2016, went back to school, got my degree. Only took 41 years for a bachelor's degree. I'm a little slow. And then I tried to get into veterans advocacy, but there weren't any jobs open at the time. So I ended up going back into my original field of being a lab tech at General Dynamics. And I've been doing that for 8 years.
Okay.
And then so in the real world, what I do is I'm a veterans advocate. I'm the guy, in essence, I'm the connector. I'm the person that knows the person that knows the person that knows the person that knows stuff.
Sure.
I've been doing it for about 15 years. I started actually in a youth program. My youngest son wanted to join a Navy youth program called the Sea Cadets. And I saw that he did really well in it, so I decided to volunteer a little bit. This is a bad habit of mine. A little bit means I get heavily involved. Within about a year, I ended up taking over a unit and was volunteering 40 hours a week while working a full-time job and having kids. There's a theme going through all this. I was heavily involved for about 3 years. And then in the meantime, I met the Pearl Harbor survivors and became friends with those guys, started supporting them somewhat more, and started getting more into the veteran side of life.
Yeah.
As one buddy of mine likes to put it, I outgrew the Sea Cadets. Great program, great kids. It was just a time to move on. Still supported them off and on for the next 5 or 6 years, but then I started getting into more veterans advocacy stuff, whether it's the state level, a little bit of federal level, and at the local level too, whether it's the nonprofits or in the governmental side of things.
Sure.
And that's really kind of a lot of what I do. Now I have 3 kids who've been in the military. My eldest was in the Air Force. He is currently at places I can't tell you.
Sure.
My middle son was in the Army Reserves. He's now working for Boeing, doing cyber and a teacher over at Chandler Gilbert Community College. And my youngest just got out of the Navy. He's going to school for mechanical engineering.
Wow.
So the kids have done well with it. I mean, it was a good way. One of the reasons why I do what I do with a passion is I want to make sure they can call daddy, and daddy can use a stick to beat somebody up when they don't do what they're supposed to do. And I have had to use it once or twice. One of my daughters-in-laws had a little bit of problems, and it was solved within a day from a phone call. That's kind of a big rundown.
Sure. All right. What's one thing you've ever done that people should be shocked to learn?
The daily stuff that I do, honestly.
Yeah.
So in the last couple of weeks, went up to the Navajo Nation on Thursday for a Code Talker Day. Well, it's a very challenging community up there, especially the cultural barriers, the rural versus urban that we have. I'm able to work up there a lot. So we've got 1,000 doses of Revive, which is a Noxolone, delivered to the Navajo Nation police in Chinle, and we're starting up this project. and this is going to happen every month. I will get 1,000 doses, and we're going to be looking for communities to receive it. Now they have to be isolated. They have to be Native American-ish, and they can't own more than 2 casinos. You own casinos, you can pay for it. So this is a donation from a company that manufactures it, and they can donate because they can sell. That's kind of a shock to a lot of people. The fact that I'm actually successful at all, I come from a very bad background as a kid. My father's an ex-con. My father was thrown out of the military. I really do come from the other side of the tracks.
Okay.
So the fact that I'm doing what I do is really shocking to me as much as anybody else.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. What's the worst advice you've ever taken, and how did it turn out?
Marriage?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I have to say, honestly, I mean, there were a couple of, we all make bad choices.
Yeah.
We make it the best, the best choice we can at the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I was dating a girl who was obviously needing help. I played the white knight, and my commander at the time suggested I should marry her. Let's just say all my exes are in Texas. Probably the worst advice, but at the same time, I got grandchildren. I got kids. And it's a perfect no, but so out of this really bad decision to marry somebody came,
a blessing.
I wouldn't be here if I had married her. So
absolutely.
You kind of go, huh?
You had to go through that to get what you have now.
Had to. I had to go through the dark side there. I come from a very dysfunctional family. Only way I had to marry someone who was just as dysfunctional.
Yes.
Because that's what I knew.
Yep.
It just took 10, 12, 15 years.
Sure.
Yeah.
Things take time.
It's a little slow. I was raising kids, going to school, working. Yeah. So.
But, that's how we grow, and that's how we just mature. And, it's a blessing. Here's a good one. If aliens landed tomorrow and asked you to come with them, would you go?
See ya. Goodbye.
Okay.
I'm a Star Trek kid.
Okay.
I work in satellite communications.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a geek all my life. I'd go in a second. Wouldn't you want to go see?
Do you think they exist?
Yes. Mathematically, they exist. Whether they've come to Earth as little green men, I don't think so. But we're not that important in the universe. Mm-hmm. But there is other forms of life someplace in the universe. The universe is a very big place.
Yeah, it is. If you could give a piece of advice to someone struggling right now, what would it be?
One day at a time.
Yeah.
Step by step.
Yeah.
And you can make it. You just have to kind of go through those bad days. And honestly, the 1990s, one step at a time.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
I mean, I understand that having that feeling of God and heaven and all that stuff is a great source of comfort. We don't have it. So this is our life. Maybe it helps motivate me a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is it. There's no do-over. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I have, and it doesn't work. I am not a believer in that way. I'm not very religious. I'm not super spiritual. I'm more of a show me. If you can't show me, so we joke about it at home a little bit. We have a holiday tree. Not many Christian stuff on there. Not a little, the menorahs next to the holiday tree with the flying spaghetti monster tree topper. So, okay. I'm just not a religious person or a spiritual person.
Okay. Let's see. If you could erase one embarrassing moment from your life, what would it be?
One? Just one?
Or a couple? I'm good with
I've done so many dumb things. I probably wouldn't erase anything because, again, even the dumb things made me what I am.
Okay.
It put me in the shoes that I am. Maybe it took a long time. I really do come from a very bad background.
Okay.
And so even the dumb, embarrassing things were dumb and embarrassing at the time.
Yeah.
But probably convinced me not to do that embarrassing, dumb thing again.
There you go. Do you have faith?
Faith in the universe, yes. Some faith in people, good and bad. There are people I know that have the best of intentions and do a lot of great work. I mean, I work with a lot of those people in the communities. I also know there are some people that just are less than honorable, and that's why I joined the service, was to get away from my family. I had to get away from a bad situation. Back in 1984, I was stationed in Florida, went back to Boston. My youngest brother was 16 at the time. He was really messed up. My parents had been divorced. They were playing games back and forth. Nobody was parenting him. I went back to my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary, and I told my youngest brother, the last words to him were, when you graduate high school next year, you're coming to live with me to get you away from these people. He died 5 months later, did the drugs, so he never got the chance.
Yeah.
Had I stayed home, I wouldn't have been much better. Ultimately, it would have gotten me.
Yeah.
And so, I felt bad, but I had faith in my parents especially my father, to do the wrong thing. I still have a brother. Well, I had a brother. He passed away about 6-7 years ago now.
Okay.
To do the wrong thing. We were completely opposite in personalities. So I have faith, but then I have people that I work with all the time. Buddy of mine, Tom, this is our 4th nonprofit together. Does he make mistakes? Yes, but I have faith in him to do the right thing, because that's how he's built, or to do the thing that's best to do. You find your faith in the right people, and you learn to recognize those people.
Sure.
So,
I mean, all of us as humans, every single one of us will commit mistakes. Every single one. So it's hard to put a faith on people, because, I mean, to a certain point, because you're going to expect them to fall. All of us.
yeah, we all fall.
We all fall in our faces.
You just have to be willing to forgive when they fall, and that's the important deal.
Absolutely.
If you know what the person has done was for the right reasons, or they had one of those duh moments, and we all have them, then you move forwards. If it's the same thing over and over and over again, then you know that's not a duh moment, and then you don't work with them.
What's the most meaningful compliment you've ever received, and who gave it to you?
My wife marrying me.
Okay.
I mean, we've been together about 14 years. She comes from a very normal family. And the fact that she stuck with me, because even when we got married, I still struggled.
Sure.
It took a long time. I mean, I've got a lot of years of bad habits built up from just a lot of negative self-thoughts, a lot of stuff like that. She has yelled at me more than once, but she's actually stuck around, and that's been an important deal for me. 4 years ago, I was invited to speak at the Chandler Domestic Violence Breakfast, and that was the first time I came out and said, hey, look, I had been abused as a child. I wasn't perfect with my kids. And I thanked her in front of 300 people, including the mayor.
Sure.
And so that was the first time that's come up. But from that moment, that ball of anger that I've had my entire life finally went away. So that really, the fact that she has stuck with me most of the time, all the time, or she hasn't used a pillow yet.
It's that commitment of marriage, just committing to the other person. Both of you committing to each other.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dave Walter with Wicked Awesome Happy Hour. All kinds of business peeps, sports, entertainment, group of people that enjoy genuine connection, and it's not transactional. It's all about, the abundance mindset. There's a lot of great books out there. Go Giver is one of them, and Give First, right? And then there's a really good saying out there that's been in a book for over 2,000 years, and that is, treat others as you would expect to be treated. Those are some of the ways that we do that. We also drop expectation of return, because hey, that can lead to whatever kind of shit. Just do it for the love of giving. So we meet third Wednesday of the month, 6 to 9 p.m. More cities in the US of A and other spots later this year and next year. So look out for that shit. I'm stoked. I don't know about you guys. I'm wicked excited about that shit. And it's just about, with everything going on in the world and stuff like that, the most powerful force is love. And faith comes out of that. And abundance. So come on out, hang out. If you drink, do it. Do a shot, whatever. Meet some great people. Be yourself. And have a fun-ass time. Bring a friend of 3, and we'll see you there.
If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
There's a song from a group called Bread from the early 1970s called The Good Lad.
Uh-huh.
And in there, kid's a little bit wild, but he's a good person. And I come from such a rough background. When my youngest brother went into junior high school, when we all went to the same junior high, the principal goes, "Charles, you have a chance to be in the good Dalpe." What they didn't know is that we weren't bad because we were bad kids. We were bad because our family was a nightmare, was a mess. It was abuse, it was drugs, it was all sorts of stuff. Kids are going to be extremely messed up in those situations. There's a little bit now, I don't mind posting in my hometown Facebook page of the cool stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just a little bit ago.
Sure.
Yeah, I turned out okay.
Yeah.
Because we were really messed up kids. And people didn't, and back then, you didn't know what was going on in the other families, and you ignored those things. And our family was bad. Mm-hmm. So my father ended up spending about 3 years in jail in the 1980s. And he should have probably spent more time in different periods. I have a half-sister I only met 6 months ago.
Okay.
So yeah, it was tough growing out of it, and it took a long time.
Yeah.
So
sure. If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Stop being so selfish. Ultimately.
Yeah.
Various forms of selfishness causes a great number of problems. Mm-hmm. And that's, comes down to just selfishness.
Bob, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to be here with me. Can you give us a 30-second commercial about your business and how people can contact you?
Okay, so I'm part of the Veterans Medical Leadership Council. We're an all-volunteer veterans advocacy group. We're here in the Phoenix area. Go to the website and you can find us. We also have a gala coming up on November 7th. We have a big guest. Okay. I can announce it now because it will be announced before you post this.
Yeah.
Our guest speaker will be a very tall man called Shaq. Our honoree is Shaq, that's Shaq.
Yeah.
Our honoree is, because I had to blank out. Rick Romley, who's the former county attorney, is our honoree. What we do is we fundraise for the Phoenix and Prescott VAs for them to get help. They give money to veterans in need. Mm-hmm. Then we also do a lot of some mental health programs with a couple of conferences a year.
Okay.
And then we're doing some training now too. It's a developing program. And the last one is the stuff that I do in the Navajo Nation, which is I do the stuff that nobody else does.
Okay. What's the name of the website that they can?
So it's the Veterans Medical Leadership Council.
Okay.
It's a long name. We want to change it, but then we get do we really want to change it? And we want to change it.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
All right.
So.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much.
And stay tuned for the next one.
Okay, great.